This right here is the neighborhood that I live in. Now, I don't live right on the water. I live about 100 yards up. You can see the water from one of my rooms. But we have the greatest neighborhood around. It's the best kept secret. Got that walkway all along the water. Those big oaks right there. Some of the best sunsets you'll ever see. It's just incredible. It's been a heck of a week. A lot of things to be thankful for. Actually, a boatload of stuff to be thankful for. I'm going to share some of those that have occurred. And these are definitely the treasures that I get to enjoy each week. Well, not exactly the same, but these are the things that I'm most thankful for. I really have it really good. So good. Big old beautiful dog. That brown house over there, that guy has a seaplane. He's out flying around. Hopefully he's going to be landing soon. Somebody's on the dock, so I think he's coming in. So beautiful. That is the fridge. I think tomorrow I'm going to have to go to Biloxi and get some crab legs. I'm feeling crab leg deficient. You hear what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I need some Dungeness. I need a plate. I need all you can eat. That's all there is to it. We did not get to see the touchdown, but that is way cool. Look at that. Just goes right up on the, look at it. See, he just drives it right up into the backyard. That is just so cool. There he's making the turn. Now, I had seen the other day where, or actually, my goal at one time had been $50,000 a month coming in, net. And then I was like, that's going to be a lot of pushing. That's going to be a lot of work. How much of your life are you going to sacrifice trying to get there? And then how much do you really need to have an ideal life? And I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, well, 30,000 is very realistic. I'll have a great life. I'll be able to do what I want. I'm not an extravagant person, except when it comes to food, and I do like massages. So I reevaluated things, changed my goals, and we're steadily moving towards where I need to be at. And actually, I'm hiring a new guy. He starts on Monday. Hopefully this guy's going to work out. It would be great to have a skilled person on the team. They'll be able to help out with a lot of stuff. We'll get this ball rolling. Got us a new truck. Traded the old Dodge gas burner in. Got this F250. Went and had the bed liner done. Ain't real happy with them lights right there, but it goes like that sometimes. All right, here I am back at the house, and it was an interesting experience having to do with that truck. Had a smoking offer from a dealership in South Florida, 525 miles away. And then I reached out to a dealership in Alpharetta, Georgia, Lithia Ford. And I sent them a purchase order and said, can you match this price? And they said, yeah, we can do that. And I sent them pictures of my truck, as many as I thought was needed. And we took the truck for a test ride, like it, came back, did all the paperwork for financing, great credit all the way through and everything. And then they're like, well, let's take a look at your trade. So then they look at it and everything, come back and say, man, everything's great except for the radio. And I'm like, well, you know, the other dealership asked about it. That's the value they gave for the trade-in. And their offer to me was $700 higher than the other dealership. Hi, man, let me go talk with the boss. I'll be back. Comes back and says, well, we looked at this, and this, and everything. And I'm like, hold on, quick. Where are we at with the number? And he was like, well, you know, and I said, I get it. You don't have to do the dog and pony show. Just tell me the number. Well, we think it's $2,500 that, you know, because we're going to have to get some tires and this and that. I already sent them pictures of the tires, okay? What I did not do was tell them about the radio because the other dealership asked about it and everything was going through, so to speak. So they said, we're $1,250 higher. And I said, no, I'm not paying it. Well, I don't think it's real ethical that you didn't tell me about the radio. And I said, well, look, man, you know, I've done construction and I've lost money on jobs. Those are the ones that make you better at bidding because we never forget those, okay? Second thing is, this is not my problem, all right? I'm in real estate. We do inspections on homes. Buyers are supposed to disclose what they know. However, it's my job to do the actual inspection or have somebody do it and ask my questions. We call it due diligence. If I was an expert on automobiles, I'd be in the car business, but I'm not. I'm an expert with houses and construction. I'm in real estate. So I got up and I left. I walked out. And I honestly believe that they had no intention of honoring that price, because the way I would have handled it was this. I would have said, look, man, I need some help. My ass is on the line. We made a bad commitment to you. I don't know if we can honor this because of this radio and these other things. Is there anything that you would agree to as far as a concession goes? And I would have been trying to work with them as best as possible. But when you come back and say, I don't think it's ethical that you did this, I don't think it's you doing your job, and this is actually a failure on leadership's part because somebody was not properly trained to ask the right questions when valuing a trade-in by pictures. Oh, damn! Might actually have to, what? Take responsibility. Oh my God, what are you saying? You know, yeah, exactly. It's my fault, okay? Now, what did I do? I'd already been in touch with the dealership halfway in between Atlanta and Birmingham. Had to back up for the exit strategy. Y'all know what I'm saying, exit strategy. In case plan A doesn't work, go to plan B. And then if you gotta go to plan C, you can see your way into the next one. So then I ended up going to that dealership halfway to Birmingham. It's called Heflin Ford. Highly recommend them. If they can do it, they will. If not, okay. I was at the end of the day. I was getting tired. I still had 280 miles because I drove to Atlanta late Monday night. Got up. The dealership and my hotel were right across the street from each other. Real convenient. So all of that happened at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Went and had a great steak dinner with a friend of mine from high school. Then left from there, talked to that dealership, and I was like, I'm on my way. So get over there, pull up in my Dodge and everything. And I even told them on the way over there, I said, look, man, The radio don't work. I don't care. I'm telling you, man, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect the price of that vehicle. Okay. And I pulled up. They never went and looked at it. Never took it for a test drive. Nothing. And we went ahead and made the deal, and I drove home in that brand new F250. So, you know, some people will say, well, you shouldn't have bought a new vehicle. And I get it, okay? Really, I do. And I would not recommend that to anybody. My big thing with buying a new vehicle like that is this. Those are big trucks. People put them to work, all right? And you don't know how somebody has used that vehicle. One of the things is that thing's got a 10-speed transmission, and it's got about 5 different settings. Eco, normal, tow, and then something else, you know. And then it's got the posi-track rear end that you can actuate. It's got 4-wheel drive low and high, okay? Well, here's the thing is, you buy a used vehicle, say it's got 15,000 miles on it and everything, you have no idea how somebody used it. All right, most people aren't buying an F250 just to toot around town and look cool and everything like that. Not a long bed, okay? Short beds, yes, all day long, okay? But not a long bed. Long beds are made for working. Most people don't buy that as a recreational vehicle. So, and I like a long bed. So that's why there's value in it to me. I take the hit as soon as I drive it off the lot and everything like that for getting a brand new vehicle, okay? Again, I don't recommend it to anybody. Now, I'll say this, that I have been working on myself, and one of the things, I got a coach, it's a mentor. I highly recommend him. I do it if you want to get with me. My email's on the description. The thing about it is that there is there's a gap between my self-worth and my self-confidence, okay? And what I mean by that is this. I have no doubt that if I wanted to, I could put Sam Walton out of business. I've got it up here, okay? I could make that happen if I really, truly wanted to work that hard, all right? I'm not willing to. Now, me going and buying a old beater vehicle, that's got a lot of appeal to it because then I can put that money into something else, okay? Put it into another asset that puts money in my pocket. Well, how much do you really need to do that before you start saying, I would like to fly first class, or I would like the big bag of beef jerky and not look at the price tag? You know, and I mean, I'm already at the point where I don't look at the price on the beef jerky, you know, but it's other areas of my life that I need to be doing that. And I'll give you an example is that at one time I had a washer and dryer out in the garage and wanted them to be moved inside. And Allison was living with me, and we moved it inside, or moved the plumbing inside, bought a stacker unit from an apartment, okay? It was small. We did it in one day, you know, jerried it up in there. Didn't look real good, kind of bulky in the hallway and everything. But guess what? It was wonderful because you weren't having to walk through the backyard to get to the garage to do laundry any longer. Well, you know, we split up. She moves out, and I still see this thing every day. And we're still good friends. It's not like that. But I'm sitting there seeing this thing and everything, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done, and I'm tired. I'm tired of having a shitty house. You know, my house is like the cobbler's kids with shoes, the mechanic's car, all of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on the schedule, and we're just going to make it happen. And then I'm going to go out and buy a brand new washer dryer. All right. So that's what I ended up doing. And I allotted 3 days on the schedule. I helped Carla some, but she put all the plumbing inside the wall, made it look real pretty and everything. When I wake up in the morning, that's what I get to see. Looks good. Nice clean setup. You know, plumbing's in the wall. Had to run the down because I'm taking the chimney out. It's right behind that wall. You know, but this is the first time I've ever bought new appliances for myself in my life. I bought refrigerator stoves for rental properties brand new, but I've never bought them brand new for me. So there you have it. You know, it's you're on this quest, you're making money, you're doing the right things, you're buying assets, you're putting money in your pocket, you're working on investments, and you're living in squalor. You know, and the problem is that I can't afford something nicer and I can't afford different. And so then it's like, well, why don't you? And I have to start acting that way, because what I have found for myself is that I can't think my way into new living. I have to live my way into new thinking. It's okay to spend the money on yourself. If I was coaching you and you asked me about that situation with the washer and dryer, I would say this. Jared, my buddy. Jared, you worked really hard. You know, dude, you're killing it, man. You're showing up on work. You're doing this. You're socking money away. You bought 2 houses in the last 6 months. You know, you're putting money into the market. You're doing all these things, man. Is it going to hurt you to go spend $1,600, $1,800? No, Robert, it's not. You know, I mean, I got that in my wallet and everything. Well, good, man. Treat yourself well. You know, it's like having a steak dinner that's just real expensive. You know, go do it. All right, man, I appreciate that. That's the same thing I would tell them. But whoa, when it comes to me doing it with myself, not so much. So I'm having to work on that, having to do some things differently, you know. Vehicles, big purchase. You know, man, I've had 3 houses go into foreclosure in the last 20 years. I assure you, I know what it's like to have credit under 400. Well, I don't know if it went that bad, but nobody would give me a credit card. And I finally got it to the point of when I started my construction company, you know, I don't know when, early 2000s or whatever. I went down to Miami and I found a long bed crew cab 6.0 Chevy 2500 and 2-wheel drive. Went down there and bought it. And I got a loan from some company, and you got to consider, maybe this was 10 years ago, somewhere in there, because it wasn't that bad of a rate compared to today, because I think it was like 9%, but it was like A. Shyster Incorporated Loans and Funding or something like that. You know, but basically it was a high interest, high risk loan, and they were taking a gamble with me and everything. Got the loan, got approved, drove the car back, and paid it, or, you know, got it to a certain point, paid it off, and then I ended up selling it, and I bought the Dodge. And, you know, the Chevy was just, the problem with it was, whenever I'd go to the dump, I'd end up getting stuck with a trailer. If there was anything, any type of bad situation, you know, it had rained or, you know, the trailer was loaded weird or something, you know, that 2-wheel drive just didn't handle it. I needed 4-wheel drive, and that's why I ended up buying that gas burner Dodge. Well, you know, that thing went 70,000 miles, had to replace the motor. That was 10 grand. And those transmissions in that Dodge are notorious for going out at 150, and I was at 142. Time for trade-in, and, you know, I'm getting new. So there you have it, folks. It's been a great week so far. I'm going to do another video on some other things that have happened this week. All been positive, things that I'm just very thankful for. Most people think that I am all about the money, and it is nice, okay, not having to worry about money. But I am more thankful for the relationships that I have and the people that God has put in my life, because that's what the magic is all about, is those relationships, making those memories. So have yourself a fantastic night, and I will talk to you, and there'll be a couple more videos coming soon. If you want to get in touch with me, you want free 15 minutes of my time, you send me an email with your phone number. I will call you, okay? I will call you, and we will talk. So have your list of questions ready. Have a wonderful night.